I was like, well, what about Mexicans and stuff? And he goes, they're Spanish, so they're like white. They're like up here. They're like white people. And I was like, that's so racist. And he goes, what's that?
Welcome to another episode of Careful Boys, where we dig deep into our trauma again. What's something that your parents taught you that was actually incorrect?
Like everything?
What the f? Everything.
What?
Keeping stuff. Keeping stuff because you're going to use it later.
Oh, that's how they taught you.
Just
hoard everything.
Yeah, hoard.
But then that's not how you are.
No. But
Because of that?
Because of that, I learned. Yeah, you don't want to be surrounded by all your bullshit.
So like they would be like, Steven, just so you know, this is why we keep.
Yeah,
this.
well, we keep this because you can still use this. Look at that. Look at how perfectly good this is.
It's absolute junk. Huh?
Junk.
Wait, so both your parents are like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
But in different ways. So
But they're not from the Great Depression, though. They're boomers, right?
Their parents were.
Oh.
But my dad will hoard all old computers like a psychopath, right?
That's crazy.
Old computers because he works on computers a lot. So he'll keep like old terminals. He had like 30 of them.
You have to like pay people to take that away from you now.
And we had so many computer monitors and all this kind of because he would pick those up from jobs and stuff. And then my mom would keep just everything else. So then we just had,
Is there shit in your backyard? Like visible?
All over
If
the
I were to be your neighbor,
backyard.
I looked over the fence.
You have a junkyard?
Pull up a satellite photo right now of Avenue, brother.
Hey, take out that address. Take out that address.
No way you're gonna be able to see this shit.
Yeah, dude.
Are you serious?
You'll see exactly what I'm talking about because everything in the back lawn is just my parents' old shit still there. We have
The satellite image of
lived
it?
there in years. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, look at all this stuff.
Is it still there?
Yeah. Well, no, the stuff in the junkyard. Wait, scroll down here.
Down that way?
Oh, wait, where's that? Wait, give me this. There's like a junkyard of fucking cars and shit like that.
Maybe it's gone
Let me
now.
zoom out. No way.
How many cars do they have on
Oh,
them?
it's on the top.
Dude,
Holy
look
shit!
at all this shit.
What the fuck is that?
That's my family's legacy, dude.
Look at all that
Part
shit.
of my family's legacy is all this shit.
How many cars do they got?
Dude, you can't even.
Why do you got so many cars? You have a big fucking yard, dude.
It was a big.
Dude,
yard.
that's a huge property.
It's a big junkyard.
Dude,
yeah.
that looks like a fucking paintball course.
Exactly, dude. No, so my family would hoard everything into what we ended up calling the junkyard.
Damn.
And so like
Just calling it the junkyard.
My old Escort that my brother blew up is still there. Like,
Dude, the house is like this big compared to the fucking.
yeah, exactly.
Is that where you grew up?
I spent my high school years there. Yeah.
Dude, you could play all kinds of fun games back here.
That's what my neighbor's house, my next, like we were, he had a couple kids my age and then they moved out, but their house was like the junkyard. Hella broken cars.
The neighbors fucking hated us.
You can't even count how many cars are back here.
what I'm
What the
saying.
fuck are these? Utility trucks?
That's probably no. That's my grandpa's trailer. That's literally my grandpa's trailer.
Oh my god,
Yep.
dude. That's
His RV. That by the way used to be parked next to my living room, so you could just see it out the window. What's with
Damn,
these
you really
people?
weren't kidding, dude. That's
No, my parents are the real deal hoarders. Absolute real deal shit. Yeah.
what's this big ass pile right here?
That's just all trash. It's all old trash.
Look at that. Look at this.
It's like
They're
tiles,
piles.
aluminum siding, wood,
What? Just materials?
all that shit. Yeah.
What would they use that for? Packaging?
No, they're gonna use it later, Joe. They're gonna use it later.
It's gonna come in handy.
Yeah.
They're gonna be glad they kept it.
And part of this too is my uncle would dump a lot of his stuff in construction
Holy
sites.
shit, dude.
Yep.
Uncle Bob?
Oh, there's the trailer. See, it's still there. These people are garbage.
There's a
dude.
trailer right
in front.
right
Look,
next
that's
to
what I
the
was
house.
just saying. It's right in front. It's right in front of the window.
Wow, dude. This
You
would
have
be
to
like
walk
a,
through.
They moved out though?
Yeah, my parents moved out like 5 years ago, but like it's all still there.
They left it there?
Well, my uncle still owns the property.
Oh, wow.
So it's my legacy.
This is gonna be yours soon. You get 100% dibs?
My dad used to get mad at me about, do you guys remember when you would have a VHS tape and you have to put it in a rewinder separate from the VCR?
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
I had the plastic one.
Yeah, sometimes it looks like a car or something, like as a novelty thing. My dad said that if you let it rewind all the way to the beginning, because it's going so fast, it just jerks, that it's gonna break the tape. So he'd be like, before it gets to that, take the tape out. I was like, what? So I'd put the thing in, and if I forgot and you hear it go, I would look at him and he would go, like just so mad at me. He'd go,
All that means is it's done, right?
no, but he would get mad at me that I let it get to the, Because he'd be like, it's gonna break the tape. It's completely not true.
It's not true. That's so funny.
But he was like, you can't rewind videos like that. It's going too
It
fast.
just
Rewind
happened
it too
one
hard.
time to him. It like happened one time to him on an old VHS.
That's true, huh?
Traumatized him.
Dude, those super winders were legit though. The super winders would like save moments of your life. Like you got more time in your life because of super winders.
Isn't that crazy? We have to rewind movies.
And then give it back.
So many people will never know that life.
It'll take like 15 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you got the super winder, it happened in like 4 minutes.
Wow.
So you're like, I'm saving time, and time is money, baby. You're like,
Just be like this as like a little ass kid sitting on the floor because my mom would fucking rent like 40 of those VHSs because it was like dubbed Korean stuff over with Vietnamese.
I got fast at it.
the fact that you had a manual one?
Oh yeah, we had to do that. I got really good at
Little
it.
plastic one.
Damn.
Took a while.
Like a pencil sharpener?
I remember just using my thumbnail and just like,
Oh yeah, for cassette tapes, like for
Yeah.
music ones, I did that. Did your dad ever teach you wrong stuff for Boy Scouts?
No. He was good. What about for life? Finances, business,
All the majors.
all the major stuff.
Damn. Hey, but you know how to tie knots.
Yeah, I know it's awesome. He didn't teach me a bunch of wrong things in general because I don't feel like he did a lot of like teach by like instruction. I felt like it was a lot of just like do as I do.
Oh.
It would never be an explicit like you got to do things like this, son.
I honestly think that's a better way for people to apply it anyway.
It would just be more like a. You ever see me do it like that? No, don't do it like that.
Yeah.
No, okay, cool. So just do it the way he does it.
Damn.
Your sisters probably taught you a bunch of bogus shit. Like when they dressed you and you looked like a fucking gaylord.
Yeah, but that's just them like being girls and shit. I remember my sister's an interior designer. My sister. Back in the day, she would try to like decorate my room. So my room was just like a project and shit, you know. And I remember it's not that it was like wrong, but I made fun of her about it the other day, and I was like, hey, remember when you took a bunch of paper clips and you took like the other side of the blank CDs where it's like what you call it? It's all shiny and shit, right? Holographic. She organized like 5 CDs in a row on a paper clip and then put up in my room like, yeah, that's tight. Like, we'll put one right here by the bed.
That's so 90s.
I know, huh? One here by the bed.
2000s.
She's like, yeah, we'll have this part. She's like, Nick, what's your favorite colors? And I was like, I like blue and I like green. And she's like, perfect. This is what we'll do. You know, just one blue wall here, a green wall here, and I'll just repeat it. And then like looking back at my room, I was like, who the fuck designed this fucking room, yo? And as a kid, I just was like, yeah, it looks pretty good, thanks. This is cool. Like I just was like so go with the flow.
I got blue and I got green.
I was like, cool, these are my favorite colors on my wall. Like this is cool, this is great.
That's really what it's about when you're that age. It's like, this is all me.
Yeah,
Like, I came up.
that's right for that time.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it just like, I don't want to say they taught me wrong shit. I feel like they taught me really well, but it's kind of like in the way your parents would teach you shit. Of what I picked up from them is like their negative behaviors, as far as like the way they would talk about things in the world, and I'd be like, oh yeah, this is bullshit. Everything's a scam.
Yeah.
Don't trust anybody. You know what I mean? That type of shit. Everyone's trying to rip you off. Yeah, this is the way you should go about life.
So your parents are hella cynical about everything?
My dad is super cynical.
Oh yeah.
Super cynical. My mom's pretty cynical too. And then, you know, carried over to the kids. So we're just like going through life like, yeah, you're fucked. Any way you do it, it's over.
How come your dad likes so many scam artists then if he's so cynical?
He's not cynical enough.
Your dad had pretty interesting.
Nah, like he's a dreamer. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what's funny is like to me, my opposite reaction is like, nah, don't think like him. Like don't. That was like my initial reaction. But in reality, it's like it's probably the wrong way to look at it. Is instead of going from 100% to 0%, it's like find the middle ground. But early in my life, I was like, yeah, everything's fucked up. Everything's a scam. Don't believe anything.
But it's true.
Kind of is. It kind of is. But it's like as you get older, you know how to like read between the lines a little bit.
Funny.
I will say there was something that my mom would always do, and it was always because I would like talk back, right? Just because what fucking kid doesn't like want to defend themselves or like justify why they did something on accident or whatever, right? And she'd always be like, "Don't talk back," and then I'll be like, "How come?" She's like, "Cause I said so." And I think about that as an adult. And I'm like, that just doesn't teach anybody anything.
Yeah.
Well, they just wanted to stop talking.
Yeah, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up kind of thing. That's their version.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating all the way back to 2019.
That's right. If you click on the link down below, you can join our Patreon, join us on the Discord, come chat with us directly, have a fun conversation.
And this will help support the channel's growth and new ideas. And also tap into our closer community by joining our Discord and get the opportunity to suggest video ideas like the ones you've seen. Thank you guys. Join our Patreon. Help us out. Thanks.
See you guys there. Say hi to me.
But it's just like, I just felt like there's such a critical thinking way to go about that that maybe like would engage me.
Imagine
earlier.
getting spammed with the same message like freaking 40 times a day. Like, there's no way you're gonna like be well. Logically, I need to like chill out a little bit, even though I just went through my whole work day, and I'm gonna sit down with my kid and teach him this thing. No fucking way, because I said so.
I understand it now.
Volume up on the television.
Trying to watch my moving pictures.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
I can't imagine.
There's times me and Joe come out of jiu-jitsu and we're fucking exhausted, right? Tiger comes out of jiu-jitsu too. The fucking whole car ride, this was fucking talking about how the tallest person in the world is fucking 7 feet tall or whatever, and all this fucking crazy shit. Me and Joe look at each other like, well, he just shut the fuck up. Because it's just nonstop.
That's why they said, shut up! And you're just like,
I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you guys don't do that, someone's gonna do that to him one day.
yeah.
We were in Vegas driving around, and the bar was like, hey, Tiger, you just need to stop talking for a little bit. And he's like, okay.
That's good.
Fucking nonstop, dude.
The moment I realized my dad was a fucking moron is he actually tried to teach me racism and it failed. So like, he was like, you know, the #1 people are American and some white, not all white, right? And then I was like, what the fuck? He goes, that's #1. He goes, Japanese, that's #2 because we lost. But Russian, they're down here because we won over the Russians. He goes, and black is down here because they lost to white American because they were slaves. And I was like, well, what about Mexicans and stuff? And he goes, they're Spanish, so they're like white. They're like up here. They're like white people. And I was like, that's so racist. And he goes, what's that?
He's like, no, seriously, tell me what racism is.
I don't see color.
That's so Raven?
No, because in his mind it's just fact. Like he's like,
You know, future.
he was just trying to say the hierarchy of the world is based on
The wars they won.
like who won the war. Like he's being a matter of fact. He's being literal.
It always will be something people say.
He's like, the leaderboard? In America?
They're #1 because they won the war. Yeah. And I'm all like,
France is like in the fucking basement.
Oh,
Damn.
always. Everyone kicks the shit out of him.
but in my mind, I'm at school taught like everyone's equal and shit, right? Like there's no hierarchy.
That's right. Little Joe.
Yeah. He didn't know what racism was. He's all like, no, that's, I don't know. Yeah, he was just like, they're #1. And I'm like, so what are we supposed to do if they're #1 then? And he goes, you just have to obey.
So obey.
We gotta win a war. We gotta win a war so we can be #1.
In Japan, a long time ago, when your village lost, then you become another group owns you. So you just have to obey the new owners. So I'm like, so we're owned by white people? So he goes, you just have to bow down. And I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
It's crazy how, like, in that generation, parents never just said, I don't know.
Yeah, there's always a fucking stupid
They have
reason.
to go,
Yeah.
okay, here's the answer, and memorize it.
Yeah.
Versus, like, oh, maybe we should just go figure it out together or something.
My mom was wrong about telling me to jump so I could be taller.
That's
Oh,
bad.
damn.
That's a good one that she would be like, oh, you play basketball? Good. You'll jump and you'll be taller. It's good. She'll tell me that.
But do you think they're actually serious or they want to see their
No,
kid
they're
do funny
They're
shit?
serious.
Part of me feels like it is serious.
Like a
I don't think it's,
It's
ever
both.
a joke.
It's killing two birds with one stone.
Bart's mom is 100% serious.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever.
Don't a lot of Chinese parents make stuff up about races and be like, oh yeah, it's because they eat this, that their cultures are,
Yeah,
you know, whatever.
They have their own theories about
Yeah, yeah,
why
it's like
black
their
kids
own
and white
made-up
kids were
racism.
stronger than us.
I had to drink so much milk I was like, this
think that
can't be
helps.
right.
I actually do think that helps.
This can't be right.
I remember when I was a kid, I asked my mom, I was like, hey mom, how come black people are called black people but they're clearly just brown? And she's like, Steven, don't ever say that around anybody.
Dude, she got that right.
Wow, that's good. That's a good lesson.
That's like one of those 5-year-old things that you just don't understand yet.
He's like, let's just nip this in the bud right here.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking with your friends that look just like you.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're with the uncles.
Yeah.
That is a very intuitive question, though.
I remember
Because you're just calling a buck, you know what I mean?
Because that's
Call
like
it
saying,
it
like,
is.
It doesn't make sense because I just learned all the colors.
like, why? Yeah, why do they call?
That's definitely
why do
not
we call
brown.
them black people, but they call us yellow, and there's something wrong with that.
Ooh.
Why do
That
they
can't-
call Asians yellow?
that
What's-
can't-
It's whatever color that was left, you know?
Oh, is that what it is?
Probably. Because they're like, you're not white.
I look kind of yellow sometimes, though.
I'm kind of yellow.
If
That's
we take
jaundice.
If we take a group photo, I look like kind of like how El Pollo Loco looks when it's on the grill.
He trying to fool us he's not Indian.
That's brown. That's still brown.
There is a little yellow hint. Yeah.
Pollo Loco does have a little yellow.
I have a yellow tinge to my skin a little.
You're not El Pollo Loco.
I have a little bit. I notice it. I look at it and I go,
You're like pizza box brown.
I could see slight yellow in him.
yeah, I have a little bit. I've always had that.
You brown, bro.
I think I'm pretty yellow.
White people aren't really white. Like Steve's pink.
I'm mostly brown, but so is a two-piece.
Joe and Anthony are probably the most yellow guys we have.
Whoa.
Yellow bellies. No, you guys are probably the most yellow. Because I'm brown, dude.
You're yellow.
Yo, look at this. It kind of matches.
Hey, wait till July hits. I'm about to be darker than all you guys.
Hey, whoa, come on.
I don't know
make it a
about that. I
competition.
don't know about that. You don't darken that much. You don't darken that much.
Steve.
When I see Steve's tattoo, I'm
no.
like, he's yellow.
Yeah, you are yellow. I can get real brown. Browner than all you guys. And I'm going to put money on that. No chat.
I'm just trying to get in your head so you start using brown.
I've seen brown. I've seen some very dark brown photos of you, and I for sure can get darker than you. But I don't want to be.
Don't challenge Omicron. He'll go to India and change his whole body.
So yellow would be the most derogatory of the colors.
Why?
That and red.
I don't get why.
Why would yellow be derogatory?
No, I'm just asking because like today you say a white person is white, you say a black person is black. You even say brown people are like, oh, you're brown, or they'll rep brown.
Yeah.
Asians don't say like I'm yellow.
I do.
Well, yeah, we don't, because I don't think it's fucking doesn't. It just makes no sense.
My father-in-law says he's brown all the time. Just says I'm brown.
Yeah.
Well, it's because it doesn't make sense.
I thought it had something to do with like calling someone yellow is also it was a bad word back in the day.
Oh yeah, because like a yellow belly means like you're a coward, right?
So they didn't use that word because of that reason. That's what I thought.
I don't really know the
Oh,
origin.
that could be. I remember Yellow Belly specifically, but that was like for everybody in the Old West who's a coward because I saw Back to the Future 3.
I think they use that in Tombstone too. They call somebody a yellow belly.
It says that in the 18th century, Europeans described East Asians as white. But this changed as Carl Linnaeus and other scientists began to categorize humans based on racial characteristics.
Because that actually makes more sense.
Ultimately placing East Asians in the Mongolian race and associating them with the color yellow. So it was actually...
Yeah, because they're actually whiter than white people.
It was actually in a document. It wasn't like a... Yeah.
They're writing this shit down.
Yeah, it was in it was in a real classification. It wasn't from like fucking cowboys talk.
They're like, nah, this.
So when people say Asians in America are white adjacent, it's because we're pale. That's it.
Like, you know, what's that chick that does the, would you like some apple? Mm-hmm. She's actually like white.
Yeah, she's like white.
Yeah.
There's some Chinese bitches that are whiter than white paper.
Yeah.
Do you think they do that? Do they like do skin bleaching though?
Some apple.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's crazy that I never knew that it was because of an actual literature thing.
I think they used to call us mongoloids too.
Mongoloids.
Cool.